Good morning, Cedar Park. Today is Friday, October 11th, and it's an A Day.
This morning, learn how the Cedar Park community is combating the fentanyl crisis in our area.
Plus, on this morning's brief, learn about a massive Halloween display in Smithfield, Rhode Island that was created for a good cause.
And catch an all-new sports report with Reese Elizondo and Landon Reed. Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the Wolfcast. I'm Reed Cummins and I'm here with Lulu Lynch and Tommy St. Coley in for Kira Cox.
Fentanyl is becoming a growing threat in our community as its misuse rises.
The extremely potent substance is often found laced into pills with no way to detect its presence.
This next story is dedicated to former CPHS student Matthew Wright, whose life was taken by fentanyl in early May of this year. I spoke with his family, law enforcement officials, and experts to highlight how our community is taking action against this escalating threat. Fentanyl poisonings. Since 2019, cases of these poisonings have been on the rise.
It's become one of the most prominent drugs that we see on the street. We started seeing it in overdoses and what we call poisonings now.
It's unusual, it's deadly, and Cedar Park is not immune. Matthew Wright was a gifted student, a competitive athlete, and a talented musician. Those I've spoken to also remember Matthew's humor. He loved to make others laugh. On top of all these things, Matthew was a Cedar Park Timberwolf with big aspirations. His life was taken by one pill. Cedar Park Police Lieutenant Justin Miller has served as the head of narcotics for over a decade. He discussed the alarming impact of this drug, which has claimed over 150,000 lives since 2022. He identified 3 key factors that make this substance particularly dangerous, the first being how easy it is to obtain. Unlike cocaine or heroin, which are made from plants with limited availability, fentanyl is a synthetic drug that can be made on demand. This means virtually unlimited counterfeit fentanyl pills can be produced and trafficked into the States. The pills are then marketed all over social media, and that's when teenagers are most susceptible.
It really wasn't regulated. You would see it a lot on Snapchat, you would see it a lot on Telegram, and it was so easy to market, to offer to sell, and it was so easy to buy because of social media.
The next factor that makes fentanyl so dangerous is how addictive it is.
Because it creates that style of addiction, that type of addiction, once you take it, you want more, and your body starts to say, hey, I need this to operate.
As Lieutenant Miller explained, those who are exposed to fentanyl are going to be hooked. The substance creates a sense of extreme happiness and euphoria, which brings intense withdrawals when taken away. The last part of what makes fentanyl so deadly is its potency.
You know, I think a lot of people know what heroin is, but it's incredibly stronger than heroin. Less than what's in a packet of sugar can be fatal.
The sheer power of this substance is why it can be so easily hidden in counterfeit pills. This is why most victims, like Matthew, are unaware of its presence until it's too late. I reached out to Matt's parents who wanted to share his story to prevent future losses to fentanyl. His mom wrote, "No one wants their child to drink or do drugs. The fact of the matter is, kids get curious. They may try things whether to fit in with friends or find a way to feel better. But with fentanyl as prevalent as it has become, trying drugs now is like flipping a coin. You either get lucky or you don't. It's not a matter of if, but when."
You've got to kind of put out on the table, just like you would talk about safe driving or any other life lessons. Even if there's no belief whatsoever that your kids, friends, family are involved in it, still talk about it, know what it is, know how dangerous it is, know what it looks like.
In an attempt to curb these tragic losses, the state of Texas has passed a law declaring it can charge any person distributing fentanyl that led to a death with murder.
Making strides like that hopefully will prevent those that want to sell it, and then informing and educating those that use it or may even be interested in using it, stopping that before it happens, hopefully will be the two big ways to prevent these deaths.
Matt's parents would like to express their gratitude to the Cedar Park Police Department for all their efforts in finding and charging the perpetrator in Matt's case. They also added that it's important to get these drugs off the streets so this doesn't happen to somebody else's child. The Wright family would like to thank the community for their support during these difficult times. If you'd like to help fight this crisis, you can give at txaf.org.
Thanks, Reed. Up next, a check of this morning's headlines in today's brief with Neha Khan right after these announcements.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Neha Khan with today's headlines in this morning's brief. First, around 14 people are dead and about 3 million more are without power after Hurricane Milton hit the southeast coast. After making landfall 2 days ago, Hurricane Milton has left destruction throughout Florida. The people of Florida are now working to clear all the debris from the streets, many of which are fallen trees. The crews are also working hard to repair water lines. City officials are still assessing the extent of the damage. Next, Princess Kate makes her first public appearance since the end of her cancer treatment. After finishing her chemotherapy treatment, the Princess of Wales visited Southport in northwest England yesterday with Prince William, where they privately met with the families whose children were killed in a knife attack earlier in July. The Prince and Princess of Wales also visited the emergency workers who responded to the scene to show their support for them and the Southport community. Finally, a Smithville boy creates a massive Halloween display to raise awareness about autism. 12-year-old Braden Willis has been decorating his home for Halloween for many years, with each display being bigger than the last. For people who come in to see the display, there's an opportunity to donate to autism awareness. For this year, Willis added around 50 animatronics to the display. So do y'all have your Halloween decorations up?
I do not, no. And my family doesn't really decorate for Halloween. It's more of just like fall. Like you put pumpkins outside, which I guess is Halloween. But like, yeah, no.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I mean, mainly because this year it's like it falls on a Hindu holiday, so it feels weird if you just have like a ghost in your like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Well, but you did decorate your desk in the
yeah, and the broadcast room, so it's all decorated.
I always think it's so cool when people go just all out for Halloween. That story is really sweet, and it reminds me like where there used to be like this person who lived on the corner of my block, and his family went like insane for Halloween. And I feel like just there's always like that house.
Yeah.
That was that
There's
house.
a street on the back of my street. All the houses go all out for Halloween. It's so
love
cool.
that. I
Sometimes
know.
my family and I will just drive down that street just to see like
Yeah.
the displays.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love Halloween.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
do
my favorite
too.
holiday.
Well, thanks, Neha. Up next, an all-new sports report right after this break.
Good morning, Cedar Park. Welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Risa Elizondo.
And I'm Landon Reed.
Let's start with football, who played last night against Eastview and won 31-29 in a very close game.
The Patriots scored first, but the Wolves came back and scored on almost every possession. But when Eastview scored with 3 minutes to play, the Black Rain blocked the 2-point attempt, keeping the intense game from going into overtime.
They play again next Friday against Glenn at 7. Now over to volleyball, who dominated against Lockhart on Tuesday night and won each set 25-10.
Kill leaders from the game are Maya Cheatham and Joy Udoya, each with 10 kills. Anna Kurtz and Sophia Peters each had 6 digs, and Caitlin Hughes had 6 digs as well, but also had 16 assists, and Sibley Oster had 3 aces.
Their next game is tonight at 6:30 at Lehman High School. Good luck! Then finally, tennis played in the bi-district round of playoffs and won 10-6. They'll play again today against San Antonio Southwest in the area round of playoffs. Good luck!
For updates on CPHS sports throughout the week, check out our X at CPHS_sports. For CPHS News, I'm Risa Elizondo.
And I'm Landon Reed. Discover an all-new weekend destinations with Zoe Bivens right after this hype video.
What's up, Cedar Park, and welcome back to an all-new weekend destinations. Beginning the weekend with live music, ACL is all today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Artists include Tyler, Creator, Dom Dollar, Chris Stapleton, and so many more. The tickets are pretty expensive, but if you love festivals and think it's worth it, then you can get tickets from Facebook, Marketplace, the ACL website, or you can try to find them outside of the festival, but don't get scammed. To spook up this weekend, we have Boo at the Zoo. Boo at the Zoo is located at the Austin Zoo 10808 Rawhide Trail. Austin, Texas tickets starting at $22 a person. Boo at the Zoo doors open at 6:30 and closes at 9 p.m. To add a little entertainment to this weekend, we have Inside Out 2. Friday at the Austin Community Cinema presented by Mobile Loaves and Fishes. We have Inside Out 2. Tickets are free and are found on the Community Cinema website. The show is from 6:30 until 9 p.m. And those are your weekend destinations, Cedar Park. Hope you have a great weekend and see you next Friday.
Thanks, Zoe. And that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking the time to join us during your den.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
There's no show Monday, so we'll see you back on Tuesday for a look into some of our school board candidates. With CPHS News, I'm Lily Lynch.
I'm Reed Cummins.
And I'm Tanvi Sankoli in for Kira Cox. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a fantastic Friday, Cedar Park.